When I was younger, I was brought up with really, really strong morals, strong foundations on how to live my life. And in business, I've stayed the same. I always remember this, what my mum told me when I was younger. So can you imagine, I got this invitation to this really, really big table and I was like, wow, I'm going, I'm invited, I dressed up, it was really cool. And when I got there, I was just so shocked. I was shocked I thought that the women were going to lift each other up and support each other and be there for one another. And it was one of those moments where I was like, wow, the bad things they were saying about each other and about other people. And I was sat in the room and I was thinking, oh my God, you can't be in the room. This person's not here to defend themselves. What am I going to do? How do I get out of it? My heart was beating. I thought I was going to cry. And I just sat there and I was like, well, basically it was weird because one side of my brain was going, stand up for it, say something. And my other part was going, you can't, you're at this table. What are you going to do? And I just took this deep breath and I was like, everybody, this isn't what I came here for. I came here to support one another and be there for one another. And this person's not in the room to defend themselves. I'm going to leave. There was silence in the room. Everyone just looked at me and I just stood up. I went to the car and I cried my eyes out. But I just knew I had to say something. I knew that I couldn't stay in that room. Yes, that person wasn't there to stand up for themselves. It was going against everything that I believed in. But also this was business and I was in a room. And my mum, it was like she was screaming in my ear, say something, don't stay there. And when I got home, I cried. I went straight to my mum's and she was literally like, this is one of my proudest moments, that you stood up, you said something, you left the room. That it's really, really hard. It's really, really hard when you're the only one that's going to stand up and say something. And I'm not invited to the tables anymore. But I'm glad in a way. Now we build our own tables and our door's wide open for people to join it. But it was a very, very hard moment. But yeah, I suppose after I was proud of myself, but at the time, it really, really made me cry. All I want to say is stand by your values. Know who you are, no matter what room you're in, no matter what age you are. Only be in a room, only do things that you feel comfortable with, that your gut instinct saying this feels okay, and if it doesn't, get out of there. And even if you don't want to say anything, that's fine, but just leave. Always go with your heart and your gut instinct. I see you guys. Peace and love.